Hi second graders, it's Miss Shavansky here for part 2 of your lesson today. Thank you so much for making it to part 2. I appreciate you. I'm so excited to have you guys here. So we just read this text, Abraham Lincoln, lawyer, leader, legend, and right now we're going to jump into our skill that we're learning about today. So what we're going to be learning how to do today is using special text to find information. So remember, special text in a book is things like captions and labels that help you learn more information about the text, and then we can use this information to help us answer questions on our tests and our quizzes. So we're going to be doing that today. We're going to be practicing that skill. Let's go over our steps using special text to find information. Step number 1, what do you want to learn? Step number 2, look for key words in captions and labels. Step number 3, read to find the answer to your question. So I'm going to have a question for each of our captions and labels that we look at, and we're going to be using our steps to figure out the information in the caption and label to answer our question. So let's jump right in. So remember, when we do learning in class, we do I do, we do, you do. So for this I do, you're just going to watch me, watch you. You're just going to watch me, look at a caption or a label, and try to answer our question. So our question today for all of our captions that we're going to be looking at is looking at the image and caption and thinking, what does the caption help you understand about the image? So let's look at our first example. Remember, it's my turn, so you're just going to be watching me. So let's take a look at this caption and this picture right here. So right here, I'm just going to review it one more time, read the caption one more time, and then we'll follow our steps. So the top of it says Southern slaves. A slave is a person forced to work for someone else. Many Southern Americans owned slaves to work their big farms. The slaves were captured in Africa, then brought to slave markets in the U.S. So remember, we have to follow our steps. Step number 1, what do you want to learn? So the question asked us, what does the caption help you understand about the image? So I want to learn more about what the caption helps us understand about the image. Step number 2, look for keywords in captions and labels. So looking at our caption right here and looking at our picture, reading through, I'm seeing some key words or important words that are sticking out to me would be slave, work, big farms. And then I'm also going to be looking at those keywords and seeing where I see them in the picture. So I see the word slave. As you guys can see in this photo, we see slaves and we see them working on the big farms, which is another keyword we were looking for. So step number 3 says, read to find the answer to your question. So trying to find the answer to our question, which once again is, what does the caption help you understand about the image? I would say reading the caption and looking at the image, this caption is telling us all about what a slave was, how the slave got to the United States, because it said that they were captured in Africa, and that they came here to work on big farms. So it really just tells us all about what slaves were, where they came from, how they came to the U.S., and what they came to the U.S. to do. So that's how I used special text to find information. Now it's your turn. I'm going to need your help. We're going to be doing 2 examples, and I'm really going to need you guys thinking about our steps and helping me answer the questions. Sorry, friends. Let's do this example right here. So here we have, Abe went to a school in a small windowless cabin called a blab school. Students would blab their lessons out loud over and over until they knew them by heart. So looking at step 1 says, what do you want to learn? We know that we want to learn what the caption helps us understand about the image, because that's our question. Step number 2, look for keywords in captions and labels. So I want you guys to just take a look yourself right now. Quickly, oh sorry, wrong caption, wrong picture. I want you guys to skim and think, what are the keywords? And then I'm going to tell you what I think the keywords could be. So if you need to pause the video and just take a look, that's fine. So looking at this caption, I would say the key words would be that he went to a school, as we can see he is in the picture. And then I also see this word in quotation, it seems really important, called a blab school. So reading this the first time, I actually don't know what a blab school is. I was not familiar with blab schools, but I'm sure the caption will tell us more, and it does. It says that students would blab their lessons out loud over and over, so it looks like here that Abe is speaking or blabbing his lesson over and over until he knew it by heart. So that's how the caption relates to the image. And those were the key words that I found. So to help us answer the question, read to find the answer to your question. So this caption helps me understand the image because it helps me realize what a blab school is. It teaches me all about that. And it shows that Abe went to blab schools. So that's another example. All right, friends, now your job right now for the for the you do is to go to your Google Doc in your Google Classroom, and you guys have to answer this exit ticket. Now, I'm going to do you a favor right now. I'm going to read the question and the answers out loud to you, and I'm going to be showing you a picture of the caption that you guys are going to be answering your question for. So please feel free to pause the video at any time if you want to see the picture, or rewind and read my question, or hear me read the question one more time if that's helpful to you. We are going to be answering this. We're going to be answering a question about this caption in this picture. So listen as I read the question. I'm not going to tell you the answer because it's my turn to see what you know. You guys are going to try to answer this question. So listen as I read the caption one more time and the question. So the question is, review the image and caption from the text. How does the caption help you understand the image? I'm going to read the caption one time here. A stump speaker is a politician who makes informal speeches wherever people gather. Stump speakers used to stand on stumps, like Abe, so they could be seen above the crowd. Abe learned at an early age how to entertain an audience with folksy humor. So I'm going to read your answer choices right now. A. It explains why Abe decided to never become a stump speaker. B. It explains why stump speakers were not an important part of U.S. history. C. It explains what stump speakers were, and it shows that Abe was a stump speaker himself in the picture. D. It shows why Abe is not as funny as his other classmates. Feel free to freeze the video or rewind if you want to hear me read the question one more time. All right, friends, I'm looking forward to seeing your responses. Thank you so much for joining me, and see you tomorrow.